Hi, everyone. Tess Raffles here. Thanks for joining us for the Arizona's Family on the Go podcast. With the extreme hot temperatures in the forecast today, we're declaring another first alert weather day. And we're not alone. More than 100 million Americans are facing stifling heat as dangerously hot weather drags into the extended holiday weekend. So first, we want to check in with First Alert meteorologist Ian Schwartz. Ian?
It is going to be a very hot day today. We do have first alert days. 115 is what we're aiming for as far as our highs go, and that's what we did yesterday in Phoenix. So please, please, please be careful. We'll be 2 degrees away from our record of 117 degrees, and we're above normal. Normal is 107 for this time of year in Phoenix. So most of us are going to land in that 114, 115 range. 116 isn't out of the question. We're kind of splitting hairs at that point. It's all dangerous heat, so you got to really take it easy, take breaks from the heat, drink lots of water. You know the routine, but still, each year folks get into trouble because they're not taking those precautions. 97 in Payson, 102 in Sedona, 90 in Flagstaff. So even up in Flagstaff, we're going to have toasty temperatures. For the rest of the week, we sit at around 114 to 115. Maybe we get down to 113, but the next 7 days will be absolutely brutal. So please be careful out there. This excessive heat is sticking with us for at least the next 7 days.
All right, thanks, Ian. And even though the heat is on, folks were out on the trail still yesterday with temps well above 100 degrees. But if hikers aren't prepared, we know it can be really dangerous. And because of that excessive heat warning, all trails at Camelback Mountain and Paiestoa Peak are closed from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. until tomorrow night. But when the gates opened at 5 yesterday, we saw cars driving in, even with the temperatures at 110 degrees at that time.
For me, it's easy. I've been doing it for 40 years. So for me, if I don't do it, I don't feel right. So for me, it's kind of like church for me. I have to do it. It's spiritual. I like it a lot.
Oh, right now it feels good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel this breeze, which I haven't felt all day, you know. So it feels pretty good right now. I'm sure it'll be different when we go out there.
But if you're not prepared, things can turn dangerous, like they did for one out-of-state visitor over the weekend. Phoenix paramedics tell us the woman needed to be air rescued before being taken to the hospital. We're told the good news is she will eventually be okay. And that's why Phoenix firefighters urge visitors and locals, of course, to stay hydrated. Wear the right outdoor clothing, apply a lot of sunscreen, and hike with at least another person. We know in this triple-digit heat, all renters should also know about an Arizona law that requires landlords to provide reasonable cooling to their tenants. Under the ordinance, all cooling and ventilation systems in any building have to be frequently serviced to make sure they're running smoothly. Also, every rental unit with a central AC system must be able to cool to 82 degrees or lower.
They put it in writing to their landlord. The landlord then, when it's really high temperatures, has 24 hours, right? Because we got to keep these people safe. To either provide like a window unit, a rolling unit, something to keep that family cool until they can get the air conditioning fixed.
The cities of Phoenix, Tempe, and Tucson all have ordinances. Well, it has been a busy weekend for firefighters across the state. There's now a new wildfire burning through southern Arizona this morning. Officials in Nogales say the Beehive fire has now burned 3,000 acres. Right now, it's only 15% contained. We're told there are more than 200 firefighters battling the flames. This morning, fire managers are still not saying what caused the fire, but with an excessive heat warning in effect, conditions are ripe for fires to spark. So a reminder here, if you're spending some time up in the high country for the holidays, well, restrictions are in place to avoid any more wildfires. Campfires and smoking are not allowed, period. You can use propane grills, but wood and charcoal are banned. This is for Flagstaff and throughout Coconino County. With wildfires sparking across the state, it's important to know how best to protect you and your family. There are tools and resources available to help you out and keep your home safe if a wildfire breaks out nearby. When a wildfire breaks out, crews work on forming what's called a perimeter to stop the flames from spreading outside of that. There are ways to protect your home, especially if you live in a rural area. For example, keep wood and any brush at least 15 feet away from your home and keep your trees trimmed around the base.
Cut back the branches. If you see that they're going up underneath your awnings or into a wood structure of your home, cut that back so if this does catch on fire, it'll just burn out and won't go up into your attic.
Wildfires can burn for weeks or even months after being completely contained. Well, right now, cities across the valley are gearing up for 4th of July festivities. Celebrations are now back to normal after the pandemic. And then you may remember we had that firework supply chain issues, canceling so many events for several years. From Mesa to Scottsdale, there is a lot going on. And like we said, it's going to be hot, so get ready to sweat. It's expected to be the hottest 4th of July in 16 years here in the valley. Temps will still be close to 110 when evening events start all across the valley. Here in Phoenix, organizers say bring plenty of water, coolers, chairs, even a tent to help stay cool. We have a list of some of those events happening tomorrow night and tonight across the valley on our website. Just go to azfamily.com and be safe, everyone.